Welcome to the podcast that's been named one of the best in marketing research. This is Research Business Daily Report. It's made possible by RBDR's exclusive community at the crowdfunding platform patreon.com/RBDR. I'm Bob Lederer, for more than 25 years, the respected voice in market research. Earlier this month, we reported from Nielsen that its television measurement service is now ready to make impressions a local TV measurement. And that will put it in the same measurement realm as national TV, making purchases much better and easier. The announcement seemed a pretty important research improvement, but since we're not media research experts, we decided to talk to someone who is. Bill Harvey, our regular media contributor. Now, Bill spelled out a number of reasons why he's very enthusiastic about impressions being made available for local TV.
Congratulations to the local television advertising industry for the movement to impressions-based measurement and reporting. It's clearly a more fungible and simpler way of getting into the game of competing against all other media, which are becoming increasingly programmatic, even the ones that aren't addressable. And they will continue to go further in that direction, simply based on the needs of workflow and making for efficiencies in buying such vast and distributed and diverse forms of media opportunity. That includes radio. It's all going to go to impressions. You know, it could make you crazy when you were buying cost per thousands in national media and buying costs per rating point in local media. Well, it depended on which demo or advanced audience you were looking at and the size of the market. There was nothing comparable. It was all relativistic. The people who buy the media, even the people who plan the media, tend to be younger. You know, people at the agencies tend to be younger. They're in a learning mode. They're being underpaid, but they're being overtrained, which is, I'm kidding. It's, important training that they're gaining, and they're gaining the ability to get big salaries in the future. But they're young, and they're digitally minded. Buying local television was never really appreciated to be a sexy thing, but it's television. It's got television's power. It's got local news. We talked last time about the hidden power of news as an environment for high ROI. So it's a great medium, but it was hard to buy, and it was definitely not sexy. But now it's becoming sexy.
I decided to follow up and ask Bill whether impressions are indeed a superior metric to the ratings points that buyers have been using.
Of all the opportunities, because you got hash marks when the ratings got too low, but you still get numbers when it's impressions. It's a matter of having more significant digits, really. And when I first got into the business, the average rating of the average program in prime time, locally or nationally, was 18 times what it is now, more than 18 times what it is now. So with ratings getting smaller, the hash marks have become much more common. And it cuts down the amount of inventory you're able to consider. And when you look at, television is a very powerful medium also because it builds reach much more quickly. Despite the ratings being what they are what they are. You can still put together schedules diverse across local stations and still get fast reach, which has more impact than building reach slowly with, for example, digital media.
And finally, I asked him whether he expects radio measurement to head in the same direction, in other words, adopting impressions for itself.
Because, again, picture it like there's a big machine, like a NASDAQ, of programmatic buying and selling going on, and you don't get into it unless you play by the rules of the programmatic system, which is used to thinking in terms of bidding on an impression. And even if you're not bidding on a targetable, addressable impression, but you're still in a programmatic system, you still got to play by the same rules. It's always better to have standards and comparability and simplicity.
That's your Research Business Daily Report. It's made possible by our exclusive community at the crowdfunding platform patreon.com/RBDR. Now, it's important for the continuation of our service that viewers do support us, and many already do, I'm happy to say, through that aforementioned patreon.com/RBDR link. We call members of that group Patreon supporters. Now, logic tells us that the 5-minute average video length for an RBDR is perceived by viewers as time well spent, and our reasoning for that belief is, well, why would all those people be watching us day after day if that was not the case? We know that RBDR viewers share our videos both internally and externally. Now, sharing an RBDR with someone else in your business or with a close partner is a normal everyday option. We hear a lot about that. But sharing an RBDR video with a client, well, that's something quite different. And we do hear from people about there who spot something in a particular video which they know deep down is going to be of potential interest to a particular client or two. And we've heard many times that if you forward an RBDR along with a message to that very special client and say to them, I watched this and it brought you to mind, well, it is tending to result in a very positive business reaction. So we hope that that will entice you to visit patreon.com/RBDR. It'll take you less than a minute to become an RBDR supporter. Have a great research day, and we'll look forward to seeing you back here with us tomorrow.